Hi, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is that you're watching this. I hope you're having a good day or a good evening or a good time. So welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you've been here, I'm so sorry. Maybe choose a different video to watch first. Uh, or whatever. I mean, do what you want. If you've been here before, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us and sticking around. I appreciate it. So, my name's Blue Knight. I make entertainment videos regarding witchcraft and my special flavor of paganism on the internet and post it. And last week, a little over a week ago, I posted a video called tagging the occult tea tag that was going around and discussing some of those videos. And I also discussed what's going on with Lady Gravedancer. And I wanted to discuss that video. And I saw that it's been really hot, a really hot topic again, because I've had a lot of interesting comments in the comment section. But before we get into that, I wanted to take a look at Sunshine MorningRae's live video that she recently posted on YouTube. That's right, Sunshine MorningRae came back to us to post a YouTube video. So this, I will say, is going to be a very long video from me because Sunshine's video is 30 minutes, a little over 30 minutes. I've watched a minute of it and then I decided to stop because I was like, I want to do a reaction type video with this. For two reasons. I want to keep everything as clear and concise on my end as I possibly can. Uh, because especially considering that the video that I posted a little over a week ago was by some misunderstood, or they just didn't watch the video, or they were reacting according to their personal feelings rather than listening to what I had to say, which is fine. That's completely allowed. And I knew that that would happen. That's kind of why in the video I said that it was kind of a little experiment to see how the numbers were affected, for one, because again, I am a content creator, so numbers do matter to the channel. I I've I used to say that they didn't, but honestly, that's silly. They do matter because I like to know if I'm entertaining everybody. Um, and apparently, people are either entertained or it's starting a conversation starter at the very least. So that's cool, but like I said, we'll get into all that information after this reaction portion. So I have her video pulled up. Again, I want to make sure that I am clear that any feelings or thoughts that I express during this video are mine alone. This is my personal channel. Uh, the thoughts that I shared during this video and during the video last week had nothing to do with the feelings of Sabbath Social, Drunken Divinations, or anyone else tied to me and as far as friendships or partnerships. Uh, I'm not trying to be a bully here. I'm just trying to be authentic in the way that I think and feel, or at least as authentic as I can be as a creator who sets up content and posts it online. Because again, I voiced in that video that you can only be so real, right? You can only be so real in these situations. If you have not watched that video, or if you haven't watched the whole video, I really encourage you to go back and watch it before you watch the rest of this one, because we'll be addressing it a lot. So it only makes sense, right? So yeah, if you're here for Sabbath Social content, this is not the one, and you should go watch Sabbath Social's channel and subscribe to Sabbath Social and click their bell because not everything on this channel will be Sabbath Social related. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna pull this up and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna pull this up. There we go. Hopefully you guys can hear everything okay. So like I said, I only watched about a minute of this video. It's 35 minutes, almost 36 minutes long. So I might pause to do some commentary. We'll just see how this goes. So
hello, everybody. Who's there? I'm doing this live because I don't want to upload a video.
and I missed this live.
And because I haven't been on YouTube in a very long time. And I look horrible. And let's hope I don't get judged for the way that I look or for coming back on here just to do a rant. A rant? I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know what you want to call this. Okay? Bear with me. It's been so long since I've been on here.
Girl, it's a struggle.
I am very emotional right now. Hi, Elaine. Hi, guys. I'm very emotional right now. I'm a cross between a little bit of understanding, a little bit of I get you, a lot pissed off, a lot hurt. I haven't done videos in a long time. And I stopped doing videos because there is a lot of people out there that are just fucking ugly, okay? Just ugly. I want to address a couple of videos because I still go on there and I apologize. I still go on there on YouTube and I still, look at videos and look at new content. And I use it more for entertainment now than I do anything else because of the nut cases that are out there. But I came across 2 videos.
Okay, so far she hasn't said that my video is one of the videos that she came across. But this is where I was like, ooh, I'm going to stop and I'm going to react to this. Because if my video is brought up in this, oh, girl, you coming on strong, honey. You coming on strong. I'm actually more curious now than hearing what she has to say. I'm more curious to see this other video that she's talking about. So, yeah, interesting. Okay. Anyway, just saying. And also, it really sucks that we as creators have to think about how we present ourselves when we go on camera. She mentioned, I hope I'm not judged for how I look. I hope I'm not judged for coming on here to do a rant. Honey, it's your channel. It's your content that you're creating. Do whatever you want. I'm not going to judge you. Girl, you look better than I do from day to day. I mean, look at me. I look like a hot mess. And I just showered. Honey, I just showered. Anyway.
And believe me, Sunshine for years was above the drama. It was ridiculous. It was beyond ridiculous. It was a waste of breath. It was a waste of energy. It was a waste of a person's being, okay? The drama that was out there. It was horrible. So I was above it. I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't get sucked into it, and I didn't have anything to do with it. But this time lines have been crossed. I know, okay, let's put it out there. The LadyGraveDancer, Tequila, very close friend of mine. Very close friend of mine. I don't give a fuck what she does. If she goes out and she murders some motherfucker, I'm going to be there to help her hide the body. Okay? That's how close we are. So I'm going to try very hard here to put myself in a position where I'm sorry, in a position where I'm not as close to her as what I really am. Okay, I'm just gonna go by what I have seen. Let's just go by what I have seen. We're gonna start with the video that Nathan created, Blue Night. Nathan, I'm confused.
Okay, so my legal name. Girl, we gotta get governmental? Okay, we gonna go government? Okay, girl, fine. I mean, I was trying to avoid that, but we can use government names. It's fine. Sure. She pointed at me. She winked at me. Oh my god, thank you. Okay, sorry. Let's just yeah, it's fine. And to be clear, I'm not as close to Trina or Tequila as I would say they are to each other. As like I agree with Trina in saying she's going to talk about this from a perspective that she's going to try and separate herself. I think that's a little bit flawed because she is so close to Tequila, and I'm using government names now because she did. Um so I guess that's on the table now. But I don't know them as well as they know each other. Um, I thought I made that clear in the video that I don't personally know Tequila or the Lady Grave Dancer that well. Um, I thought I made it clear that, I just been on her channel a few times, but I've been a subscriber for a while, I've been a viewer for a while. Um, I have a feeling based off of the vibes that were just sent through the screen here that Trina may not succeed in looking at my video from the same perspective as me because she is so close. And also, I get that feeling because she's being real loud right now. She's screaming at the camera, which is fine. She's emotional. That's fine. Um, I was emotional. I think I didn't scream at the camera, but I get it. Okay. So let's continue.
I am thoroughly confused. Okay. I know for a fact that Tequila doesn't hardly know you at all.
Yeah.
I don't know you that well, but in the past, you have seen and you have seemed like a genuine person,
Thank you.
who does not fly off the top and start drama. You just
Right.
did not seem to me to be that type of person.
Right.
But
I try not.
I watched your video. I watched all 30 minutes of it, and
Thank you.
it irritated me. So then I went back and I was like, maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe I'm missing something that he is truly trying to express. So I went back and I made some notes so that I wasn't confused by what you said. Okay.
Okay.
I find it very interesting how one of the main things that you talked about was how creators on YouTube go for numbers, and that you're not out there for numbers, although you'd like to have them. You're not out there for numbers. That's not the most important thing to you, and that numbers don't mean shit.
Beep. Pausing. So I've said in the past that numbers didn't mean anything to me. And I expressed in that video that she's referencing from last week that to say that anymore, I realize now after the occult tea video, after the occult tea tags, right, that have been circling around for the past few months, for a creator to say that numbers don't mean anything is silly. I realize this now because we're creators. We are putting our content up for some sort of reason. I kind of feel like she made a stab there. You'd like to have them. Well, of course I'd like to have them. I'd love to have my content viewed. I'd love to have a bigger community and chat with everybody and have people on drunken divinations and be able to share that with other people. Um, and yes, I admitted during the last video that that video was partially a ploy, but also I want to remind everybody that the core reason that I made that video is because I myself was seeing a ploy from other content creators like Sunshine Morning Ray, like Lady Grave Dancer, who were doing big drastic changes, like taking their videos off of YouTube completely, or changing paths, no matter what path that may be. And a lot of comments in my comment section for that video were people thinking that I was judging the Lady Grave Dancer specifically for the specific path that she chose. That's not the case. I could care less if she chose Buddhism, if she chose to convert to Hinduism, if she became a Norse pagan, even. But what rubbed me the wrong way is A, doing so without telling any of these people that you claimed to have been so close to in your community, and B, uh, doing so and posting the memes and the pictures and things that she was sharing on that personal Facebook page, while also still encouraging people to friend her. And that was more not me trying to get her canceled, okay? Because let's face it, she canceled herself, okay? So I don't understand why we're being so reactive right now, okay? She stepped away from YouTube, allegedly. So this shouldn't be such a big deal, right? Um, she has no more videos on her channel to be watched anymore. So I didn't think it was a big deal for me to express my feelings. And also because I unfriended her, I unfriended Trina. I have unfollowed the YouTube channel. I have unfollowed, or I will be unfollowing the Instagram. I still haven't had a chance to go through and actually find that because I can't honestly remember what her Instagram was under. But those were my choices. And when we make choices as creators with large followings or large subscriber counts or whatever analytics you want to talk about, when we unfriend, block, or what have you somebody, and that word gets out, I'm tired of the whole, why can't we talk about it? Because this, from my perspective, this is my personal channel. It reflects not only entertainment value, but also my personal experience. So, my personal experience is when I refriended Tequila and saw the things that she was posting, on top of the personal emotions that I was going through for the loss over someone in my community, because that's what it was, a loss. She left the community, right? The community, as we call it. Um, I wanted to put a reason out there as to why I left. Why I left her Facebook, why I unfriended her, why I felt the way I felt. And I thought I did that pretty well. Um, but apparently you're confused, but you made notes. So let's hear some more, I guess.
Yet in this video that you created,
Hmm.
your thumbnail is a picture of the Lady Grave Dancer.
No, it is not.
Now,
Hold on. Wait a minute. Pause. Wait a second. Whoa. Er, it is not a picture of the Lady Grave Dancer. What? What? Hold up. Wait a minute. Baby, sugar, honey, there's this thing called Canva. Let me just pull this up for you because it's on my phone. Okay. let me just show you this thumbnail. This is the thumbnail in question, okay? I hope you can see that. Do you see the Lady Grave Dancer on there at all? I see some white lady's hands on a book and my face. Her name is there, Lady Grave Dancer. Absolutely. Her YouTube name. So let me tell you something right now. If you're gonna come for somebody, if you're gonna try and come for somebody with this energy, honey, make sure you get your facts correct. Because that right there, okay, that is a Canva photo. Like, look, you can literally use this program, this Canva, okay? It's free. You can use it to make your in fact, I'm sure a lot of creators do nowadays, honey. Like, I'm not trying to be mean here, but like that was mean. That was accusatory. That was accusational. And I would not use her picture, her art for my thumbnail without getting her permission because that is stealing. That is plagiarism. Honey. So you can go, you can see all these other photos I've used before, right? And I think I typed in Christian. You type in Christian, and there's a bunch of photos here, honey. Look at this. Look at that. There's another one with hands praying in a prayer thing. Like, it's not hands being held in a circle. Like, I'm sure I can't even remember if Christian is the fucking word that I used for this, for the particular search. But I'm sure that exact photo will pop up somewhere in here. Here's another one, hands held on a book. You use keywords, guys, to find, let's try Christianity. But you use keywords to find photos. Okay? It's called a search engine, right? And these are images that are copyright exuberant. So if you use these photos on this program, no one's going to come at you for using someone else's photo, right? And that's why creators use this stuff. That's why this stuff is valuable to us, you know. I'm just I'm a little taken aback by that. Sorry, I got a little heated there. I need a drink. Hold on. Can't believe she just tried to accuse me of stealing. I'm not sneaky. If I'm gonna do something that's gonna upset people, I'm gonna tell people about it. Because, Trina, the thing is, I don't go behind people's backs and talk shit about people. I don't like that the Witch of Enchantment in his occult tea video made comment that in our community, nobody talks about this stuff. And gee, maybe that's part of the this is part of the reason why no one, why a lot of people feel like they can't talk about things. It's because gee, maybe there are people out there who literally attack other people based off of a thumbnail, based off of their feelings, based off of their opinions. We're all people and we're all allowed to feel the way we want to feel. Another reason I made that video is because there were a lot of people who were standing with her and saying, I'll never judge you. I'll always be with you. There's been comments in my comment section saying, Tequila is queen and will always be queen. Okay, that's fine. She can be your queen, but she doesn't have to be mine. And I think it's perfectly healthy to feel a little bit of betrayal and a little bit of, ooh, this doesn't feel right for me personally anymore. I don't think that it's a shame that I don't want to associate myself with her. Or you, for that matter, at this point.
You're not stupid. I'm not
Thank
stupid.
you.
When you put somebody's picture in as your thumbnail,
Which again, I did not do. Also, for her to sit there and say someone's picture in as your thumbnail, did you look at the thumbnail? Are you thinking you're that familiar with her hands? This makes me question if you've even watched the video because her picture was not in the thumbnail at all. The thumbnail to me, and also just to be clear, the thumbnail is the cover photo. So before you click on a video to play the video, the thumbnail is the cover video that you see before, like when all these videos are listed down. The thumbnail is the video that's there on the list. The only thing of the Lady Grave Dancers that I used in that video was her Facebook posts from the new Facebook, which shouldn't be a big deal because that's public. Like, you don't even have to necessarily be her friend to search her on Facebook and see those images and posts. So,
tell me that you are not using that thumbnail to get clicks.
oh,
Okay? That number one kind of irritates me.
oh, I am. Absolutely. In fact, I literally said that in the video. I said, I'm going to put the Lady Grave Dancer's name in the thumbnail to get views. I literally said that in the video. In the video. In fact, I'm gonna go back and edit this, and I'm gonna find that little clip of me saying that in the video. But I think this is more of a situation where people want there to be drama. Some creators want there to be drama because that's how they get views. That's how they get their numbers up. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna use this as a social experiment and I'm gonna put a title on here just to see how well it does compared to some other pre-recorded videos that I'm doing right now, because it's my channel. I can do that because, again, I'm up front. I'm not being sneaky here, just so we're clear, or at least I'm not trying to. So I'm sorry that I upset you.
Number two,
Sort of.
I was reading some of the comments, and there seems to be a couple of people who are commenting on your video how, oh my God, Noah has disappeared too. He must have gone Christian too. Tequila must have gotten to Noah. Okay, I want to clear that up right now. Noah has not converted. Noah is recreating his channel. So those couple of people who were talking out their ass, you need to stop. Don't say shit that you don't know anything about. Okay?
So funny that you are screaming at a camera and saying this, because here's the thing. I also noticed that Noah's videos were taken down. I didn't speculate anything in the comments, so I do want to go ahead and say that too. I did make mention that it's funny that several people have taken their videos down after Tequila took hers down, which I still find very interesting. I think Noah went live. I could be wrong, but I think he went live a few days ago. Um, and I know that one of the people in the comments that you're cursing at right now actually personally went to him and asked him if he was okay. Uh, because they told me they personally went to him and asked him if he was okay and told me that he was okay. And I was like, okay, that's great. Because that's none of my business. You know, he's not the one he took down his videos. Yeah, it's still a little bit, you know, questionable as to why you'd take your videos down, without telling anybody, but then again, he's also mentioned in the past that he was planning on redoing some of his videos, revisiting some of his topics. Um, so I don't think that this has any relation to Christianity. I didn't think that it did. I mean, of course, that's always possible because everybody's allowed to make whatever decision they want to, right? As far as what path they go on, because their path is theirs, right? Um, I also think it's interesting that you're reacting this way when it comes to the idea of people thinking that Noah switched paths, because if it wasn't as big of a deal with tequila, then it shouldn't be as big of a deal with Noah. So now I'm confused. Um, this is a lot, and we're not even halfway through, y'all. This can be a really long video. Wow. Do I have anything else to say yet? No, no. Okay.
Stop being a fucking keyboard hero or a Karen. Keep your shit to yourself until you know what you're talking about, okay? Yes, Sunshine's pissed. Back to Nathan. It bothers me, Nathan, that you said in your video, and I quote, that you feel taken advantage of.
Okay.
You feel taken advantage of by
Yes.
a woman who did nothing but put her heart out there and try to help anybody and everybody that reached out to her. All 50,000, as you put it. Yes,
Yeah.
she had a store. Did you
Yeah.
know that she gave away more shit than she sold? Did you know that she went to people's houses and assisted them free of fucking charge? Did you know that the shit that she did was for real because she showed y'all results on YouTube? Does that make her less of a witch because now she has converted to a different deity? What the fuck is wrong with you? Does she owe you anything? No.
Again, I was not judging her for the path that she chose, Trina and viewers. I was not judging her for the path that she chose. I was more so judging her based off of her actions or lack thereof of choosing that path. And you're right. She doesn't owe us anything. As a person, she owes us absolutely zero, zilch, nothing, right? Owes us nothing. However, in my opinion, right, as a viewer, as someone who maybe gave money to this person, has spent hours watching this person's videos, has been on their channel, has personally had videos of myself on her channel that are now taken down and that I can no longer reference. I personally feel like her credibility for my path, for my personal experience, is questionable. Me, personally, me. So right now, I feel like you are attacking me, you are yelling, you are addressing this to me, correct? And you are blaming me for feeling a certain way based off of another person's actions. And that's fine. You can do that. I just want to make sure that we're being completely honest here and I'm understanding exactly what's going on here. You're mad at me for feeling a particular way, which is human, which I think is a shame because what you're implying is that she is still a witch. But from what she posted on her Facebook posts, that is not correct. She stated she is no longer practicing witchcraft. A witch has to practice witchcraft in order to be a witch. At least I would think. I think that that's something a lot of us agree on. I don't think that I don't think that it's right or necessarily fair to call someone a witch who does not practice, because then we're getting into witch trial shit, which means that someone can be a witch even without realizing they're a witch, or someone can be a witch without meaning to be a witch, uh, which means that they can be held responsible for being a witch. And I don't think that that's right, personally. So this video opens up a lot of theories and questions here. But I also think that it was the reason why I made the video and posted it last week is because of this reaction. Again, a lot of people are out there saying they still love Tequila, and don't get me wrong, I don't hate her as a person. I'm not going to hate her ever. Hate is a very strong word. I don't hate you even though you're sitting here screaming at me. um But I feel like I, as a person, am responsible, and as a viewer, am responsible for the content that I endorse and the people that I endorse. And I feel like, A, we should allow people to feel however they want to feel. I think that that's a big thing, especially for me as a water sign. Feelings are a big way in how I make my day-to-day decisions, right? So how I feel is a very personal thing for me, and it is it has a big effect on my reality. And I don't think that it's fair for people who maybe do feel uh the sadness or the loss. And I think that's the biggest thing, right? I think that's where you're taking a step back and you're looking at my video as of coming from a place of malice, because really I was just trying to express my feeling of loss more than anything. uh but also, yes, I wanted to get views, absolutely. Thank you. And also, you have given me more views by screaming at your camera, so thank you. And um you are proving my experiment correct. But also, I want to make sure I preference that whoever is out there feeling a particular way about Tequila leaving YouTube, about the Lady Grave Dancer, someone who was on this pedestal that a lot of us looked up to, right, leaving the community, that's okay for you to feel that way. I'm sitting here watching this video, reading the hateful comments to show everybody that it's okay to feel the way you feel. Because you know what? Even if no one else makes a video about feeling a particular way, which whoever made the other video that she's addressing, please, somebody send that video to me because I would love to see it. But even if nobody else came forward and said, this doesn't sit right with me. At least I came forward and I said that. So other people can maybe look at what I said and they can say, you know what? Yeah, it doesn't sit right with me either. So let's continue.
Did you know that she had not posted a video on YouTube in a long time?
Oh, and no, I did not know she helped all those people, but yay. Awesome. Tequila. I'm not trying to paint her as a horrible person. I'm really not. I'm just pointing out in that video why I am no longer associating with her on social media. I even invited Tequila in that video. I even invited her to contact me if she wanted to speak on this. Um, I even invited her to be on my channel and to talk about it if she wanted to. But I'm not gonna force her to, and I'm not gonna beg her to, because that's her business. And for me, this behavior here that we're seeing, this is the real drama. This is the real, "Oh my god. Oh my goodness." This is the real uncalled for stuff, you know? Ugh, so much negativity coming from the screen today. Um, but yes, I did know she hadn't made a video in a long time because I was a subscriber. I paid attention. I am a member of the community. Yes, I did not make this video without thinking, Trina. As you said, I'm not stupid. I know exactly what type of reactions I was going to get. I was prepared for these reactions. Even this reaction, I've rehearsed in my brain before it became a thing. I don't know how else to say that without sounding snooty or rude, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But this is the reason for the video.
And a month ago, she took her videos down because she decided to follow a different path. And those videos are not in chime with her path. So she
Okay.
posted on her Facebook page that this is what she
Right.
was doing.
Right, and I
She
shared
also
that.
created a new Facebook account.
Well, but she created a new Facebook account and posted what she was doing on her new Facebook account after people were already sending her friend requests and after she was accepting those friend requests. She did not post on her old Facebook what she was doing. Or if she did, she deleted it. Because that's the first thing I did, Trina. I went to her old Facebook, which at the time I was thinking was her current Facebook. Because I thought, oh my gosh, maybe something happened. I hope everything's okay. So you're repeating everything that I said I did. So yeah.
And has accepted everybody and anybody who has requested friends with her
Mhm.
and asked her what she was doing.
And I did thank her for accepting my friend request. So there's that.
Had no problem, no offense whatsoever to those who said, okay, well, Tequila, you decide to follow your path. I am not in agreement with it, so I think I'm going to unfriend you. Did she hold grudges? No.
And all I did in the video was say just that. That's all I did. So why are you so upset with me, with my video? Okay. The only difference between what I did and what other people probably did who may have said that, is that I didn't just put it in a Facebook post or put it in a personal message. I put it on my YouTube channel so everybody could watch it. And absolutely, that was for views. Absolutely. Um, because I literally said it was going to be an experiment. Uh, and I find it funny that the people who say they don't like drama uh, tend to turn anthills into mountains. And I also find it funny that people then will listen to other people who have larger numbers, right? Which is why you made this video, right? You're doing the same thing I did, which I also find funny. You made this video rather than coming to me personally, right? You made this video and posted it. You went live to talk about this, right? Which was also a decision on your part because you can't go back and edit this, right? This was a live. So it either stays up on your channel or you take it down later, which is your decision. Um Personally, I think it makes you look a certain way, but that's just me. Um but you made the same decision. You're doing the same thing I did, but a little bit more aggressively. A little more aggressively. And that's your decision, right? And I can make an opinion based off of the way you're coming at me. Just like you can make an opinion, and you have, based off of the way that I put out my experience. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Just because we have an opinion or just because we feel a certain way doesn't mean that we're ineptly bad people. Just because Tequila posted what she posted on that Facebook account doesn't mean she's a bad person. It does, however, mean that I have the right to say, I don't want to see that. And yes, there are ways you can be friends with Tequila. You can be a lot less drastic than I was. You can be friends with Tequila on Facebook and you can stop yourself from seeing any of her posts. But to me, that's a waste of a friend spot because I have a shit ton of friends on Facebook, not trying to gloat here, but being honest. And there's sometimes I have to cycle through those because some of you people that I friend on Facebook, I don't know in real life. Okay. And some people use my legal name on YouTube and you guys find me, and that's fine. And you friend request me, and that's fine. But Facebook only allows us to have so many friends, right? So I have to cycle through those every so often. So to me, that's a wasted friend spot. If I'm not looking at Tequila's posts or interacting with Tequila's posts, I might as well just unfriend her. You know what I'm saying? So again, feel how you want to feel, but I feel like we're all out to feel however we want to feel, including you, Trina. So aggressive, though. Oh my God. I need another drink.
Did she post anything calling people out about how crooked they were because they went from one religion to another religion, back to one religion to another religion, and jumped all over the fucking place? Which, by the way, there's many of you out there, many that I know.
Why are you yelling?
This
Why are you
woman
yelling?
does not owe you all anything.
We can hear you.
She gave you years of her knowledge, years of free consultations, years
Okay.
of chats and support for free. Where you've got other motherfuckers out there charging to call and talk to them for 10 minutes and they'll charge you $100.
And that's their business. Ooh, I was waiting for this one. I was waiting for this one. That's their decision. Their decision. And they're allowed to make their own decisions. And if you don't want to pay for a service, don't pay for it. It's as easy as that. Honey, again, we're getting into ideas here. Ideas. Okay? Who are you more likely to, if you were going to spend money on a spell, which a lot of us witches probably would not, right? Unless it has something to do with a craft, right? Like a hard craft that you want to include in your craft. You say, ooh, that looks pretty. And you want to include it in your path. How many of us realistically are going to go to another witch and pay for a spell? Or maybe there's some of us who don't feel comfortable doing certain spells, like me with money. Like, I'm not good with money spells. Sorry, but I can't summon a Dala. Like, it doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way for me personally. So, some of us, yes, would go to other witches for spells. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to go to a witch for a spell. However, Witch A may spend an hour, may spend days, months even, preparing a spell. Whereas Witch B could be a chaos magician and doesn't care what day of the week it is, doesn't care what moon phase it is, doesn't care what fucking sign the moon is under, and may just cast it like that. The difference between these Witch A and Witch B's prices are personal in their practice, right? That's their decision. If you look at which A and you say which A charges way too much for their services when I could go to which B and spend less than half the amount of money. It's like Walmart and Target, right? Let's do that. It's like Walmart, Target. Let's actually know even better. Let's compare Walmart to a small business like mine. We'll bring up my business, right? Which isn't even a full out business right now because guess what? I don't make a shit ton of money. And in my video, by the way, sidestep again, I mentioned in my video that none of us who are out here charging for our services are making a lot of money, which is we're not rich. If we were rich, we wouldn't be on YouTube. We'd be out spending our money, honey. Okay? So, no, it does not surprise me that she gave more stuff away. I've given a lot of shit away. Like, I completely understand that, Trina. Okay? And I'm getting aggressive now more towards the viewers rather than Trina. So I want to make sure that that is clear. But back to the comparing Walmart to my personal business, the products I make, right? What do I make right now? Right now, I make t-shirts, Pride merch, Pride t-shirts, right? Walmart has taken action against the LGBTQI community and basically, you know, downgrading. I mean, Target, you can compare the same thing. The only reason there's Pride merch in Walmart now is because of the whole debacle with the Target last year, where a man came in and ripped all the Pride merch down in a Target, and then Target started taking their stuff off the shelves. These companies don't care about gay rights. They don't care about civil rights. They care about this. Okay? This is what they care about. I don't care what small business it is that you support. Yes, of course, look into their ideals. You obviously don't want to go to a Nazi and start paying the Nazis' bills with your money. But also, the small business isn't putting that money into an overseas bank account that's, you know, going to keep them rich because it doubles in value while it's overseas. And I'm not saying that tequila or anybody else did this. I'm saying that small businesses, y'all need to recognize that that's where the value is. Okay. Not just mine, not just tequila's, not just Trina's or whoever's. Okay. Everybody's. Right. And content creators create content to sell themselves to the internet. You're selling yourself for views. You're selling yourself for likes. Some of us sell things online. Why? Because it's time. Time is money. You wouldn't go to a doctor, at least here in America, you wouldn't expect a doctor to sit down and work on someone or send somebody through a doctor's appointment, a checkup for free. And if you think that, you really need to look into, how the healthcare system works. Even nowadays, we literally your insurance, and I only say this because hi, I worked in healthcare, but your insurance only allows you a small window of time to see that doctor. And a lot of us go into these appointments and they think, well, my doctor rushed me. We didn't even sit down for that amount of time. But what you don't realize is that doctor's only getting paid a fraction of that small window to actually see you. And the other fraction is to write notes, to do the paperwork that was necessary in order to get you your prescription, to, what have you. I don't think it's right to judge people based off of charging. However, I also don't think it's wrong to look at somebody from a personal perspective and say, you know what? Which A also has a amethyst crystal cluster for $20, whereas which B has the same size amethyst crystal cluster, but is charging $400. I also don't see any problem in going, I'm purchasing this which A's crystal because it's cheaper and it fits my budget as opposed to which B. And I don't see any problem with going online and saying, "Hey, everybody, which A has, these, which B's crystal clusters or whatever, the same sort of crystal clusters at this price compared to which B's price." There's nothing wrong with that. There were also comments in my video from last week that were basically trying to be like, well, uh that's capitalism and that's why you can have your store and da 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 da. No, yeah, I get what you're saying, but also you can also have a store when there's not capitalism involved. And for those of us who have given free things away sometimes, like tequila, uh, a bartering system would be a little bit more valuable. And maybe sometimes that's how it worked because I don't know about you, Trina, but I remember back in the day when tequila and you and I were starting to get views and stuff, a lot of us did swap boxes as well, right? Which is kind of like bartering. Yeah, we give that stuff away, but we still got stuff in return. Did I make the points? I don't know. I may be rambling at this point still. This is going to be a really long video. Let's continue.
Tequila does not owe any of you an explanation. She has been devoted to all of you all those years that she was on the pagan path. I think she deserves a few months in her choice of conversion to do it fucking privately. Who the fuck do you think
Okay.
you are?
Me. I'm Blue Knight. Hi.
Am I angry? Yeah, I'm angry. Because you know damn well, Nathan, by
Clearly.
posting that video, that you were stirring the fucking pot, that you would start something. And at 17.12
Yes.
minutes in your
Conversation.
video, you had the gall to say that you feel gypped? That
Yes.
I don't know. Are you insinuating that what she has given to the community is not genuine? Are you do you actually think that?
Yes.
Do you actually think that
Yes.
you
I
are
question.
so far above a practitioner of
No.
many fucking years
No.
who is making changes in her
No.
life? Do you think that you have the right to make those decisions?
Well, okay. Well, wait. Okay, I'm pausing. Do I feel gypped? Yes. I'm allowed to feel what I feel, in my opinion. I have a right to feel the way I feel. You can get emotional about it, and you can get upset about me expressing my feelings publicly, but you have no right to command me in how I feel about a particular person or situation. Do I feel gypped? Yes. Because again, I spent a lot of hours watching content. I spent hours in some of her content that are now not available. That are now not available. Yes, she's allowed to take that stuff down because it was her channel. Yes, I recognize that me as a person going on someone else's channel, they have that right to take down content. I have that right too, Trina. That's not I'm not I'm not trying to come for her specifically for taking content down. But I am pointing out, okay, as you just pointed out, she's allowed a few months to make her transition. So are you saying that you being close to Tequila know for a fact that she is going to come back to YouTube? And I'm not saying that to put that thought in everybody's head. That's just a thought that's in my head right now. Just my head. You and I posting these videos can cause thoughts, can cause conversations within our heads. That's the beauty about social media. That's the beauty about these videos and everything is that we can all start to think and we can all start to form our own opinions on things for what's best for us. But you getting angry and you getting controlling over this information. This is just I didn't share anything that Tequila did not share. I'm not speculating anything other than it's funny she took her videos down, and I'm sad that she took her videos down. I wonder why she took her videos down. And now you're kind of confirming that for me that maybe she is planning on coming back. And if she does, that's her business. That is her business. But guess who will not be a subscriber? Me, because I personally don't don't vibe with that. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, Trina. I don't.
Now, you also said, you know what, you'd be more than happy to talk to Keela
I
about it,
did.
her change of path. She's more than welcome on your channel, on your show. Let's raise your numbers, right? Have you bothered to reach out to her privately and ask her? No.
You're right, I haven't. Actually, since we're gonna bring this up, Drunken Divinations has been a thing for 2 years, going on 3 now. I've invited her multiple times on Drunken Divinations, and she's ghosted me. And that was before she switched paths. That was while she was still doing Cauldron of Conspiracies. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna point fingers and say, "You know what? Um, she didn't wanna be on my channel, and I'm butthurt for that." Uh, but I will admit to saying that I did not think if she would not be on my channel then, now that she switched paths, no, I did not expect her to want to be on my channel now. And I'm sure, especially after you've seen this video, I'm sure that she has also seen this video. She also knows that it's in circulation. I hope that she's not as upset as you are, but if she is, I mean, her name's the one that's on the thumbnail, not her picture, her name. So she has a right to feel how she wants to feel too. But yes, I have in the past tried to have her on the channel. And would it raise my views? Absolutely. Does that prove my point? Absolutely. Absolutely, it does. Because you are expecting everyone to be angry like you because you and Tequila have a large subscription analytic. And that's fine. And people can feel that way. If they choose to look at those analytics and they choose to feel that way, that's fine. But here's the thing. I don't subscribe to that ideology. Yes, do I want subscribers? Absolutely. That's why I'm here. That's why I make videos. Absolutely. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. But do I want them for that reason? For this reason? No. No, I don't. No. I want them so we have more questions during drunken divinations. Um, I want them so we have more interaction in the community again. Because a lot of people are taking their videos down. So, thanks for helping.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
And no, again, I haven't gone to her personally, which is no surprise because I said that in the video too. I said I haven't gone to Tequila personally and talked to her about this. So you're just repeating, you're not pointing out anything that I haven't already said.
Tequila
So,
is going through personal inflection. She is slowing her conversion, and she's doing it at her own pace. And if y'all don't have enough respect to allow a woman that y'all have all looked up to for many, many years, if you cannot allow her to do this privately and step back and say, okay, I don't agree, so I'm going to turn away from this, or I agree, let me give you time. I don't know what is wrong with this world where you all think you have the right to judge people like this.
which is another reason why I didn't message her because it's her path is her decision. That's again, the video was not to call her out based off of the path that she has chosen. And I want to make sure that that is very clear because apparently people like Trina and people who have seen Trina's video now and then went to my video and started putting in comments. Y'all aren't getting it. Like, y'all didn't understand what I had to say, and that's fine. Like, you can be mad at me all you want. Like, I'll be the villain. It's fine. I think it's kind of silly, but be mad at me. That's fine. But yeah, I didn't go to her because I didn't want to bother her. And again, that's her decision. Her path is her decision. Me making my decision to back off of her channel, it's like a business, right? It's like a business who has a Yelp review, right? Everybody has the right to go on Yelp and review whatever the hell it is they want to review. All I did was review my personal experience to what the information that I had gathered, right? Sorry that that upset you. Also, if this is something that she wanted to do privately, maybe don't become a content creator based off of religion alone. Because, of course, when you take videos down without saying anything, of course, people are going to question that. And that's something, now that I'm on this subject, that's something that I've always kind of thought was a little bit funky. This is something that I've been looking back on, and I've always been kind of like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like, Trina, when you and Tequila and some other people would post videos and you guys would be like, I'm so tired of the stupid questions, like questions that I answer in other videos that people still ask me. And you're like, basically making viewers feel bad for wanting to ask a question or calling certain questions stupid. And this is just something that I noticed in the past, like when everybody was still making videos. It to me, I was like, "Well, that's kind of silly that they say that because, they're doing like an educational thing. They're showing their experiences to kind of like educate people on their experience. So it's kind of silly to say like that they're stupid questions or that you get the same question asked over and over and over. But this isn't a book that people read. This is YouTube. This is stuff that people will see your most recent videos. Like people will see this video of yours because it has 100 and some likes and it was alive and you're very, YouTube's going to blow this up because you're very you're very passionate in the video. So the algorithm's going to boost it up, but some people probably won't see your very first video. So some people are probably going to be like, "Well, I have questions." And they're going to go to my video. um and determine their own decision. But, that's my point. Like, it's just kind of funny that you're saying, people owe her the time to do things privately when even then, in my opinion, now that I'm looking back and now that and that's why I made this video because I'm looking back now and I'm like, that doesn't sit right with me more now than even before. And that's my business. That's my business. And yes, I put that publicly on YouTube, but I'm allowed to do that. I'm hated now. Wow. Oh well. Um, but I'm just trying to be upfront here, right? This is a really long video, guys. I'm just trying to be upfront here. I'm just trying to make sense of it all. Probably gonna get even more backlash because of this, because I'm putting my reaction up publicly, but everybody's allowed to do this. When you put things online, it is public information, right? It's public, which means her putting her path before and now on Facebook online is public. I'm not sharing secrets here. I'm not spreading a secret around. I didn't think that her becoming Christian was a secret. I didn't think that her switching her path was a secret. And I'm not demanding that she come out and explain herself. I'm just saying, based off of the way, even if she did explain herself, and this is what I think is really wise about some of the comments on my video, is some people are saying, I prefer that she didn't say anything. I prefer that she did it quietly. And that's great. Like, if that's what you prefer, because they're like, because if she would have said something, it would have downgraded the pagan path. It would have, there would have been crossed wires there. And you know what? I agree with that. And looking back on it now, absolutely. I'm glad she did it quietly. However, I still don't agree with her friending people and then posting the memes that she's posting, but that's me. I'm not saying I didn't go to her and say, you really need to stop posting those memes. I said, "Hey, for anybody who's gonna friend her, these are the things that she's posting. So maybe if, you feel a certain way about this like I did, maybe don't friend request her." And that's okay. It's okay to not send her a friend request. It's okay to fall out with her because of a decision that she made, because that's what matters. It's not the path that people follow, but the decisions they make. Right, Trina? Right? And to me, those simple things, these simple decisions, have justified me no longer subscribing, so to speak. So,
You have no right.
I'm not judging.
None. Now,
I'm simply okay, I'm not
that's
judging.
Nathan.
I'm
Okay.
simply expressing how
So,
I feel.
Natalie Sedgwick of Purple Broom Apothecary. Natalie used to be my cousin by marriage many years ago. And many years ago, when Tequila and I started the channel Witches of the Moon, which Natalie was not even part of, was not even pagan at the time. When she did decide to become pagan, she was welcomed on as a co-host. And after Tequila and I decided that the Witches of the Moon had become stagnant, it had become stagnant. It wasn't going anywhere, not in the direction that we wanted to go. It was handed over to Natalie, okay? Just for clarification there, okay?
So you're saying that you as content creators decided that you guys weren't getting views and you no longer wanted to invest your time. Totally fine. Which, by the way, is the same thing that happened with Tequila's personal channel, right? She I mean, I don't know if it was becoming stagnant, but she decided her path no longer aligned, so she no longer wanted to dedicate time to that, so she stepped away. So, there's just making sure I'm understanding everything.
Natalie took it over a long time ago, yes. But Natalie did a podcast or whatever you want to call it and posted this on YouTube with, again, Nathan Blue Knight. And again, they decided to hound the desertion of the Lady Gravedancer. And how, what was the word? How they feel betrayed.
I didn't realize that that had already been posted on YouTube. But yes, I was asked to be on a podcast. So I said, sure, I'll be on a podcast. And in the podcast, I was asked questions involving the video that I had posted. And I answered those questions as honestly as I felt I could. But I thought I also made it clear, and I don't know if there's been any editing or anything like that done to that video because I haven't seen it, or video or podcast. I don't know if I haven't seen it yet. So thanks, Trina, for letting me know that it's up now. Thank you. But I also made it clear in that podcast that, I didn't want to, just shit talk Tequila for her switching paths. Um, in that video or in that podcast, Natalie did express her own personal feelings. I also expressed during the podcast that once again, my feelings were my own, no one else's. I explained that, I wasn't trying to force anyone's thoughts or hand anywhere particularly, but this is how I felt. And that's what I said. I said what I said. And I believe I even said that in the podcast. In the video, when she was asking me questions at one point, I said, I said what I said in the video. But apparently, hi, everyone is still getting misconstrued about that, which is fine. It's whatever. Everybody has a right to feel angry or upset or what have you. I just think we should maybe think about pointing our anger in a better direction than this, but it's okay.
Betrayed, okay? First of all, Natalie, from a so-called family member, let's discuss betrayal. Where the fuck have you been the past 3 years since my husband died? Have you offered to come and help me? Have you offered to come and see me? Have you offered to do anything other than text me and say, hey, what's going on? Hey, I love you.
I'm not gonna say much about this sort of thing because this is between them. I don't know. Yeah, this is family stuff, and this is also kind of interesting that she's putting this on YouTube. But
once every what, 6 months? Maybe? That's betrayal. Okay, that's betrayal. Tequila has never discussed with you religious trauma. You rattled at her your religious trauma from your mother. Tequila has never gone through religious trauma. She was not raised Christian. I don't know where everybody keeps getting this shit from. Tequila has not bounced back and forth from Christianity to paganism to Christianity to paganism. Tequila did walk a Christian path for a while and decided it was not for her.
I still think it's interesting that she feels the need to speak for Tequila.
And that's when she became a pagan. Years ago. And now, because she is questioning things in her life, she has decided to try to talk to Jesus again. She's decided to try to talk to Jesus. Oh my fucking God. The world is going to end. God is going to rain down on every fucking pagan in the pagan community because the LadyGraveDancer has left the pagan community and gone to Christianity.
I don't think that that's what anybody's implying, which is silly, but I think
Grow up! Tequila has a right to switch paths.
yeah.
Natalie, you said some things that are bullshit. Let's see. Let's start with you're bisexual? Huh. News to me, and I'm supposed family. But according to you, you're bisexual. Wow. Never knew this. Family. Supposed to be family.
Okay. Whoa. Right there, Trina, let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something. You don't get to do that. That right there, you don't get to do that. Let me make this clear to everybody who's watching this video, this channel, because now I'm getting heated. Nobody gets to do that to people. If that is how you think sexuality works, you're ignorant. And kindly, now I will say you no longer have a foot in this ring, as far as I am concerned. No longer. That is something personal, just like a path, right? Just like somebody switching to Christianity. That is something personal. That irritates me, Trina. You should know better. How old are you? And you're saying we should grow up? No. I hope everybody watching this video takes note of that. Ridiculous. Just because somebody doesn't come to you specifically and tell you about what they label themselves as, you have no right to discredit. No right.
Here. Yeah. You said that there's nothing wrong with you. Being bisexual, you're right. There is nothing wrong with a person who is bisexual. There is nothing wrong with anybody who relates to or identifies in the LGBTQ community, period.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with you is attacking another person for their decision.
But you just did that, Trina. You just attacked. You just discredited Natalie for saying that she was bisexual. Here's the thing, honey. What's it matter if she is or isn't? She could wake up tomorrow and decide that she is not bisexual, that she is heterosexual. Because guess what? Sexuality does not work that way. You are not just, you do not just all of a sudden decide that I'm going to be heterosexual for the rest of my life. It is a spectrum. To say that somebody can't wake up tomorrow and be a different sexuality is ignorant. Cannot identify with something else is ignorant. In fact, that's what being queer means. So, remember how you were saying earlier in this video, you should really people should educate themselves before they spew things out of their mouth? I'm gonna go ahead and say, yes, I back that up, and I think that you should have taken a comment, like a timeout, because it's one thing when you attack me, because I knew what I was signing up for, and I'm not even besties with Natalie. I don't know her that well. I was just asked to be on a podcast, but that's ridiculous. And people are in my comments saying, shame on me. Hmm. This is where I'm going to be like, no. First, you called me a liar, whatever. People can think I'm a liar all they want. But you know nothing about community. And now that's clear. You're sitting here saying, don't attack people. You can't attack people. I don't think I attacked anybody. But if that's how you saw it, that's how you saw it. And you can get mad at me all you want. But don't sit here and say that, belittle people and say that they are not bisexual. Don't sit here and decide for other people how they feel. That's not the game we're playing here.
To go a different path. You, Natalie, are no better than those fucking Christian fanatics out there who attack us for being pagan. Shame on you. Shame on you. I made a comment on your video. I said to fucking take it down.
Why?
If you don't take it down, I will never talk to you again. I want to put that out there publicly because it will be a fact. I will never talk to Natalie Sedgwick again if she does not take down the video containing her and Blue Knight talking about tequila, the Lady Gravedancer, and talking shit that they do not know. Okay? Simple put. That's the only threat I'm going to make. Okay? That's it. Because I'm sure.
Why does she have to take her video down? Why does she have to take her podcast down? I don't think that that's your decision. I don't think that that's right. Why are we I don't know. I don't I'm just reacting. This is just me reacting. But girl, now we're going to try and control people and what they say. That's
I'm going to get all kinds of shit off of this video, which I don't
I've already
give a
mentioned it.
fuck.
So why would she take
Nathan has never been
You're
to
right.
Tequila's.
I've not been to tequila.
The only time he's had conversation with her live has been on his
No.
channel.
No, well, no, that's not true. But we can't prove that. I've had conversations with her during Cauldron of Conspiracies, at least a couple times. But I can't prove that now because she took the videos
Tequila's
down.
content payment for her YouTube channels stopped a long time ago. And believe me, the amount of money that she was getting is not what people think, okay? Nowhere near.
I know that. I don't care about that. That's between her and God. At this point, I don't care about that. That's between her and God because I have no way to see those numbers. I just know that she did receive money, not only from YouTube, but also from people because I was a viewer. I watched her lives. So I know that she was getting tips and all of that. Same as we do at Drunken Divinations. Not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, I just know she received money from people.
Let's see. What else do we have here?
Yes, what else do we have? Ah, I need another
Natalie,
drink.
you mentioned your pain and your trauma from your past, from your mother, uh, from being raised Christian. What you're doing right now and what you're instigating is no different. What you're doing to tequila is no different than what your mother did to you. Okay? It's no fucking different. You two did everything but use the words fake
Oh,
and scammer. You're wishy-washy and well, you know, and well, let's just say, what is that bullshit? Fucking say what you're gonna say or don't say it.
how do I want to address that? Scammer. No, I didn't use those words because that's not at all what I was trying to tell people. So, yeah. Here's the thing. If I were to be trying to call tequila a scammer, what good does it do? Because if that were the case, the damage is done, right? Because she's no longer a part of the pagan path. According to her, she's no longer a practicing witch, according to her post on Facebook. What good would that do? Other than get me views, and people would get really angry with me. I was actually trying to be very kind with my video, um, because I didn't want people to think that I was just calling somebody a scammer, because that's not my place. That's not what I am intending to say in that video. I'm just intending to say I feel gypped of my time and of my, you know, viewing hours. And yes, I do think that it's funny that all of her videos are down, but she's keeping her channel up with all of those subscribers because live videos that she was in, like Witches of the Moon or, whatever, there's still videos of her out there talking about witchcraft, right? Like it's not the end all be all. But you would think that if she felt that way, that this doesn't align with my path now, you would think that she would take down her subscribers because she would feel these subscribers also don't align with my current path. Um, but I've explained all of this already. So, what have you. But no, I'm not calling anybody anything like you are. But that's just I said what I was gonna say. I said what I was gonna say, and that's why you're yelling. That's why you're yelling. I said what I had to say. Say what you mean to say. I did, and you're mad. So, I'm sorry. Sorry for raising your blood pressure.
I am beyond livid. And believe me, I'm sure when Tequila sees this shit, she's going to be extremely hurt. She's going to be extremely confused. She's going to be,
And like, I
I cannot believe you people. I cannot believe you people that contributed in comments to those two videos. I cannot, after all the fucking years that she was there for people, all those years, she decides to make a personal, private decision.
and it can still private.
And hell is engulfing us all. Yeah.
This is the most aggressive.
For those of you who, yeah,
Mm.
yes, Amber, her videos were very informative, very knowledgeable. But for those of you who have any knowledge of the Christian background and the Christian way, what she was preaching in those videos goes against Christian religion.
Her Christian religion, her path. It goes against her path. Okay. So this is something else that I want to make clear to everybody. Okay. I'm from Appalachia, right? Most of the magic that I practice is folk magic. I learned it from Granny and from my own personal studies. A lot of my ancestors spent quite a bit of time in the Appalachian area, including Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, lots of my ancestors. Okay. So let me be clear when I say her Christian path, because there are Christian mystics out there. There are Christians who practice magic. There were before Jesus became a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's called Abrahamic magic. It's ceremonial Abrahamic magic. Lots of people practice that. In fact, one of the videos, two of the videos, both the videos that I tagged in that video I posted last week, the occult tea videos, Jasmine Ambrosia and the Witch of Enchantment, both have dipped their fingers, so to speak. I can't speak for their path, so I don't want to like put words in their mouth. But from what I understand, based off of content that I've watched from them, they both have experiences with Abrahamic magic, whether in the form of demonology, psalms, using the Bible for magic work. So maybe to Tequila's Christian path, it doesn't align. And that's fine. I'm just saying, maybe if you're going to speak for somebody like this, I would take all of this a lot more to heart if it were coming from Tequila. So I honestly, yes, I hope I do hear from Tequila. Tequila, please message me. If I upset you, that was not my intention. That is not the point of my video. But this come on now.
That's why she has privatized them and not taken them down, because I'm sure she is still trying to decide if it's going to go against her belief to put those back up for you dedicated viewers. Okay, this is a battle that she is
And she
having.
could have said that and stopped speculation. But for you to get mad that there was any speculation at all about anything is just kind of funny and a waste, because nobody knows. As far as I'm concerned, you're not Tequila. So what's coming out of your mouth right now may not necessarily be her reasonings. And that's fine. Like and you're right. Like, she doesn't owe anybody anything. But for you to get mad at the way people are reacting or feeling, honey, what's the problem? Are people not allowed to feel? Are people not allowed to question? Like, that's what this energy is giving me. It's giving me, don't talk about my friend at all. But it's also giving me, which is great, like, awesome, you're protective of your friend, and that's great. That's cool. But also you're screaming at the camera and you're saying, somebody who came out as bi isn't bi, or you're insinuating it, just like you're saying that we insinuated that Tequila was a scammer, which, if that's what I meant, I would have said that, right? If that's what I meant. Like, I said what I said. I said what I said in that video. And you're also demanding somebody take down their content, whether that be a relative of yours or not. Like, What's happening? What are you doing? I don't think any of this looks very good on Tequila's part either. And, I just hope that the viewers as a whole see these two dynamics, right? You've got people like me who are saying, that doesn't sit right with me. And I was trying to be kind and trying not to hurt anybody's feelings. And then you've got people whose feelings did get hurt by the video, which I knew was going to happen, which is why I apologized in advance, which she takes no knowledge so far. I mean, we're only halfway into the video, but she's taken no acknowledgement of me trying not to piss someone off. And she's just thinking that I'm trying to be malicious, which is fine. That's her business. But you've also said my name in a video and my legal name at that, like, why we getting governmental? And now, this is taking up my afternoon, and I'm just like, whoa, honey. And I'm entertained. I am. This is entertaining.
With herself. And to be beat up over it is callous. It's heartless. And it's no different than the beating that we pagans take from those Christians who hammer us, threaten to catch our houses on fire or our cars on fire, or threaten to kick our asses or yell out at us, "You're going to hell. You're going to burn in fire," which is, it's no fucking different. It's no different.
But you're
Stop it.
You're sitting here
She
saying,
is
"Oh,
deciding
chickens,"
to follow a different deity.
and that's fine.
Okay? She's following a different deity. She has not become a church hound, because until she can find a
Nobody
church
said
that allows
that.
gays and allows ghost hunting and allows energy healing and allows things like that, she's not going to go to church, because she doesn't believe that that should be excluded from one's life.
Okay.
She wants to be one with a different deity, Jesus Christ, God Almighty. That's who she wants to connect
That's
with. And who are we to call her? Who are we to call her out? We went to paganism, didn't we? We went to paganism. How many of you out there switched from Christianity to paganism?
Me.
How many of you were hammered by them Christians when you switched? You're going to hell. You're going to hell. You're going to burn.
Before, actually. And let's be
What?
clear about this. Let's be clear about this if we're going to compare traumas. Hi. I'm gay. And we'll leave it at that. But Trina, I never said that her switching to Christianity was the problem. I don't believe I did. That wasn't my intention. If that's how you took it, that's on you. It's more or less how she did it, for me personally, and also the memes that she was posting, which were not, "If you're pagan, you're bad." In fact, I didn't see anything like that at all on her Facebook page. The only thing that I saw that didn't sit right with me is, if you have religious trauma, you need to punish the person and not the religion. When the religion, as you are backing up, has caused trauma to people. You're sitting here talking about it. It's not always the person. And people can change their minds. So, Tequila posting that meme, "You need to hold the person responsible." What if that person was just going based off of what they were taught in that religion? And then what if they do a path switch and they apologize later on down the road for traumatizing people? Should we still hold that person just as more accountable than the religion itself? Because it was them, they're the bad apple. Even though the religion taught them to be a certain way? Kinda like why Tequila took her videos down or privatized them or whatever to begin with because she doesn't know if they align because she's afraid maybe this religious, backlash or whatever would occur. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see my point? Like we're talking in circles here and we still got like 10 minutes left.
This is no different. This is no different. You should know better. I am
You
so thankful.
too.
I was raised pagan. I was raised this way. And I
Were you?
see my fellow pagans acting like goddamn Christian fanatics. Shameful.
Christian fanatics. Okay.
I don't want to keep ranting. I don't want to keep ranting because this is horrible. I do want to let y'all know that tequila is fine, okay?
Yeah, which I said that. Too.
She is making some personal decisions. She's having some personal struggles in life, like we all do. And she's addressing them how she thinks might help her, okay? She has not abandoned people. All you have to do is look her up on Facebook, friend her. She'll explain to you, or you can read her comments and her posts. And yes, she
Which is all I
posts
did.
memes that are Christian related. No different than we post memes that are pagan related. Oh my God. You want to switch? Switch. You don't feel your path is going the direction that you want it to go, then go someplace else. That does not diminish what you have done in the years that you lived in that path. The years that you lived in that path still means something, still are something. You still mattered. You still did things. I'm so disappointed. I am so disappointed in you two because you both knew what you were doing. You were posting this on YouTube.
I'm disappointed in you, Trina, for doing this, for acting this way. I'm disappointed. You're done ranting at this point in the video, but we still have 10 minutes. But I'm disappointed. And how you're acting and some of the words that you called me and
You were stirring the cauldron. You knew that this would bring out people that would say shit that were horrible, horrible things. You knew what you were doing. And it was all to hurt her because what else were you trying to do?
Get views. Remember, we talked about this. We've covered this in the very beginning to get views. I wasn't trying to hurt anybody. You're hurt, clearly. Again, I was being very kind. Didn't speculate really anything, was just showing everybody what she had posted on her Facebook to protect others from needing to go to her Facebook and adding her, which you're encouraging, which if that's what you as a viewer decide to do, that's on you. Like, you still have that right. Like, you can friend her, you can be friends with her. I'm not saying, oh, none of us need, nobody be friends with Tequila because she's Christian. That's not what I'm saying. We're not in high school, right, Trina? We're not in high school. So, no, that's not what that video was about. Okay?
All you had to do, you both admit to having her fucking phone number. All you had to do was text her and talk to her.
I've texted her in the past and have been ghosted.
This was horrible. Horrible. And I'm disgusted
this was
and
me
disappointed in
expressing my feelings.
And Nathan, next time you use my name in one of your videos, I certainly hope that it's in a video that has a more positive content, okay?
Yeah?
More positive content. I'm going to look real quick at the comments while I have been screaming and yelling and looking like shit and busting into red because whatever. Oh, wow. Holy shit. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even see all of these. Moon Fairy, yes. Non-judgmental. That's what I thought too.
It's the dog in the
Hey,
background.
guys. Jackie,
Naughty.
if I'm not mistaken, weren't you one of the ones that made one of the comments on Nathan's, I think it was Nathan's video? I believe it was you.
Oh, we're gonna call out.
If y'all want to look up these videos, because believe me, Nathan and Natalie would both probably appreciate
Wow.
the numbers. Nathan is under Blue Knight, and Natalie is the Purple Broom Apothecary. I'm sure if you do a little bit of searching, you'll be able to find this stuff. Okay, I'm not going to post their links. Y'all can search them. Okay, figure out how to find them.
Thank you.
I am sorry for the screaming and yelling. Y'all know me. That
Thanks
is
for
not
shouting
like
us
me.
out, honestly.
But this really hurt me that my own community has decided to not only attack my friend, but to attack somebody who has been a pillar, who has helped so many people, who has gone out of her way to be there for so many people.
I'd like to draw attention back to my video as well, because she used the same word that I used, which is pillar. And this is just a bigger picture sort of thing. Ben Stimson, right, who has written a book for our community. And I say our community, meaning pagans, right? The pagan community is not just on YouTube. There's a lot of pagans that exist out there in the world that are not making content. They're not watching content, or the content they're making isn't even YouTube content. Maybe it's TikTok content. Maybe it's a book. Maybe it's a podcast, what have you. There's a lot of us out there. And Ben basically, you can go back and read his comment, but he basically, made a point to which was saying, 50,000 is really still not a large number when you look at the whole picture. And that was another point I was trying to prove in that video, which is, just because somebody has 50,000 views doesn't mean that they really are a pillar. Tequila didn't bring witchcraft to the United States. She didn't bring witchcraft to Texas. There were people like Trina who were raised pagan, who, already knew about the path before Tequila started making videos. And even now, when you look at videos made by pagan content creators, it's all recycled. Even the stuff that I've done is recycled. None of it's original. Original thoughts don't happen anymore because humans have been around for ages. And, especially now that technology has been in cycle for decades, right? Decades. There's recorded proof, there's all the time content creators who start a project and then, other content creators who have nothing to do with them post the same things. Just like my sex magic videos that I'm making this year. It's not the first time sex magic has been talked about. Yeah, I try and touch up on subjects that haven't been talked about a lot, but it doesn't mean that it hasn't been touched, right? So Ben was telling me in his comment basically that pillar isn't really the right word, because she may have been a pillar to her community or her viewers. She was a pillar, but she wasn't a pillar to the pagan community as a whole. So let's make sure we're addressing that too.
And could possibly be struggling, could possibly, you know,
And I'm sorry if you're struggling, Tequila. Like, again, I'm not trying to point out your struggles. I'm not trying to be a bully. Not my intention. My intention was, this is what I saw. Everybody's been asking about her. This is where she went. This is why I will no longer be subscribing. So if you're struggling, I'm sorry, and I hope things get better for you. And I hope that whatever path you choose in this life, that it works for you. And that's all I have to say about it. I still feel a certain way. I will not be friending you again because of the things I saw. I will not be following your YouTube again. Even if you do come back to paganism, I will not be following your YouTube anymore. It's just my decision and why I feel that way.
I'm not going to put her shit out there. That is not my place. Feel free
You've
to
done
friend
it
her
this whole
and
video.
message her, and I'm sure that she'll be more than happy to talk to you, just like she has always done, okay? I leave my videos up because I took them down once. And if she's
Yeah,
getting
you did.
half of the messages that I got, oh my gosh. I put them back up because I was like, oh, okay. Hey, if you guys really want them that bad, then that's why I put mine back up. They're not monetized. They're not doing me any good. I hope that they're out there helping whoever they might help.
They are monetized. So for people to say they're not monetized, that just means that she's saying she isn't making money off of her videos. YouTube still makes money off of her videos. YouTube, as a company, still makes money off of her videos. There's still ads in there, right? If there's ads, somebody's getting that money. So, yes.
Wonder how many views this one will get.
So far, a lot.
This is just,
More than mine.
you guys, please don't stir the cauldron. If you don't have something nice to say about somebody, it's just as easy to
But
not
you're
type out a comment as it is to comment. Just turn away. Just don't say anything. Don't add to the drama. Don't make assumptions. There's too many ways that shit could have been clarified here, okay? Without it having to go the direction that it went. Tequila loves all of you. She has adored all of you. And believe me, the day that she decided to tell me that she was converting, she was scared to death. She was fucking scared. And now I see why. Now I see why. I told her, what are you talking about? Girl, do what's good for you. Do what you feel is right. People love you. They're not going to love you or dislike you because you've decided to turn to a different deity. They love you because of you. Well, some people out there just proved me wrong.
But we don't really know her, right?
Some people out there just
We don't
proved
really
me
know
wrong.
her.
Please don't add to those comments. Please don't.
And you all are. Thank you.
Don't be a hater.
Just like
Don't
she
be
is.
a basher. Don't be a fanatic. Try having a heart. Try be understanding. If we had a little bit more understanding in this world, can you imagine how much better of a place it might be?
But you're not trying to understand where I was coming from.
Cared about you guys. And for y'all to come out and do that, wrong. It's wrong. I don't know what else to say. It's just fucking wrong. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Heard it all my life. Heard it all my life. You know, like the
I
Christians
hope
tell us gays sometimes,
and I
you
pray
know, shame on you. Oh,
that over and above my high velocity there, that my message gets
very
across.
high velocity. That you're mad.
Why would you want to go and hurt somebody that for so long you said you looked up to? Why? What did she do
I
to
wasn't trying
you?
to, buddy.
Nothing. She's
Did she
doing
tell
what
you
she
her?
feels she needs to do for herself. That's horrible. I hope she doesn't see those videos. And if you've got a shred of decency, Natalie and Nathan, you'll take those videos down before she sees them.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that does not make me indecent. No. This is a problem.
This is going to hurt her. Why would you do that?
And I want to hear her thoughts. Because I want to start a conversation.
We're on Facebook, guys, okay?
I want to hear.
You can find us on Facebook. And a lot of you have my fucking phone number. And you have Tequila's phone number. PM us. All you gotta do is ask. Don't assume. Noah has not converted.
I'm not assuming.
She hasn't converted Noah. He's creating a new channel content. That was a funny one. Guys, have some compassion. Tequila's not converting anybody. She's
That's what
not
this
even
video was for.
trying. She's trying to be one with herself right now. She's trying to do her thing.
Listen, I didn't say,
And
I
she
didn't say
needs
anything
some
about her
private
trying to convert.
time. She doesn't need to have to do a video and explain to the world what she's doing. I would hate to have to do that. Why should she have to do it?
You're right. Nobody. Right.
And
I'm
if
just
you
saying it would
miss
be
her,
nice.
or you're worried, or you're concerned, or where did Tequila go?
You know, me trying to say, Tequila, you need to make a video explaining yourself is like Trina sitting here trying to tell me that I should take down my video. By the way, Trina, that just makes me want to keep it up even more. You're honey.
Hit the old Facebook. Type in Tequila Aguayo. Trina.
And you're sharing her full name, which I think is not wise. And I did not do that for a reason because I wasn't using, government names. I think a lot of the ways that you are operating the internet right now is unwise, but that's just my opinion. You do you. I hope Tequila does see my video. I hope she sees this video as well. And if she has something to say about it, I'm here. Same thing. I said what I had to say. Yes, it was public, but so was most of her pagan path. So I didn't see an issue with it.
Sunshine Lebowski.
I just reposted.
Message me. Message her. We'll answer your questions, okay? No problem. Hope this gets out to Nathan. Hope this gets out to Natalie. And I hope y'all have the decency to take those videos
even though
down.
you didn't.
I still love you guys. I miss all of you.
I will not.
And still love you. I'm just still recouping from my losses, okay? Obviously. Look at me. Anyway, I'm going to go away now. I've probably said enough. I love you guys. Love each other. Bye. Mwah.
That was some shit, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. Where are we at with this? How long? 2 hours we've sat here. I'm gonna end it here, and I don't think I'm gonna do any editing. I think I'm just gonna post this, and because authenticity, right? So yeah, I said what I had to say, and people can put their comments in the thing, and that's that. But I just sorry, I pissed everybody off. My bad. But my video will be remaining up. I am not taking it down. Sorry. And for those of you who disagree, you can unsubscribe. And I will understand. I won't be butthurt about it. So, yeah. There's other things that hurt my butt, and it's like, whatever. All right, guys. I hope this was an eye-opening experience. Be sure to, I guess, head over to Sunshine's channel and watch that video or comment on that video if you feel called to do so. Yeah. And thank you all for who have shared their thoughts and comments on my video. And I'm glad that I got to see this. And now I know the other video that she was talking about. So, okay, 2 hours is enough. So for those of you who stuck around, thanks. And love you all. Love and darkness. And see ya when I see ya. Blessings.